everybody. It is Crosstown Conversations this Friday. I'm your host, Jeanne Nathan, and we're continuing our Katrina 5 anniversary series, talking with our courageous and committed neighborhood leaders who have helped us bring our city back since the storm. And first we're talking with LaToya Cantrell, and also with Chris Costello, LaToya from Broadmoor, Chris from the Marigny area.
Well, your question was, what's going on? What do we have so powerful in Broadmoor that forces people to action? And I believe that it is our diversity that has been our strength in every way. Broadmoor is a microcosm of the city of New Orleans demographically and social economically. And because of that, it seems to, people have pride. We have folks who, working class people, accustomed to doing what it takes to get the job done. The community has a long history of civic engagement. It is a community where people stand up and voice their opinions to city government. That has been a long history that encourages the families to continue to invest in Broadmoor, but also it encourages those who are really looking for a community with the strengths and the characteristics that I'm talking about to then move there, to make Broadmoor their home.
Passion is one thing and effectiveness is another. And clearly the initiatives and the efforts of your organization have literally been effective. And I think you probably have lessons that are important for other people who are going to face the challenges that you faced.
Well, I think the first is recognizing that the assets really lie within, and we are the strength, and we are the experts of the communities that we live in and that we want and choose to invest in.
What we've recognized is that for a long time, New Orleans was developer driven. That a developer came in and decided this is what needed to be done and then worked with the city, and then all of a sudden, before we knew it, there was a high rise or something going on. And what's so refreshing now with our new master plan and the CZO is that we're switching from a developer driven mindset to a resident driven mindset, and that's what it should be all about. One of the big issues, and this was for any neighborhood, was the problem of vacant housing. And we created some programs after the storm to try to move our neighborhood forward and reduce that blight and also build community. We took an active stance in making sure that the city knew which properties in our neighborhood were blighted, and it has helped us tremendously. We've reduced blight significantly in our neighborhood.
Some of us are fearful that a frontal attack on blighted properties could result in a Detroit effect, just empty lots, and I'm very afraid of that. And a lot of the houses that are blighted, that are not occupied, are retrievable. They shouldn't be torn down. So how have you dealt with those alternatives?
Demolition is not the answer, especially with our historic housing stock. Our philosophy is that if this is someone's primary residence, we'll bend over backwards to help them find resources to repair their homes. What we all recognize is that there's a lot of people within the city that may not have the means to be able to repair their homes at this moment. And you want to be able to help them find services so that it's a win-win situation for both.
Y'all, I have to say, it sounds like a full-time job times 4 or 5. How on earth do you get as much work done as you do?
Well, I'm actually still trying to figure that one out. Balance is very important, and it is something that I struggle with, and just I don't know, getting my strength literally from the community and the people that we work to serve, and the short wins help. So making progress. That is what you're doing the work for.
Describe your neighborhood, both of you, in 2050 and your city in 2050.
I think in 2050 my neighborhood is going to be in a lot of ways the way it is right now. We're a very diverse neighborhood. We have a wonderful mix of business with residences. We also decided a couple years ago that we were going to be a green neighborhood. And so we have a program called Marigny Green where we do recycling, and we are looking into energy savings and solar and all these different things. So I think in 2050 we will be one of those communities where we're actually giving power back to the grid.
LaToya, 2050.
Oh, 2050. That 32% of poverty rate totally eradicated, a bustling education corridor thriving in the heart of the community and serving residents of all ages from cradle to grave, a bustling and thriving youth leadership component there where we are truly building people up, a community or a city rather that supports its people, gives quality services, and looks at everybody as being fair, firm, and friendly.
And I get the impression both of you have the confidence that this can happen.
Well, as long as we have people in the city that are like the ones that you're going to have on your show today, it gives me the confidence that I need to not only continue to do the work, but to ensure that we bring our young people up so they can take the lead in the future.